Neil, you said your former manager would be in his element ahead of the game in Cardiff last week, and so it turned out. He'll be absolutely relishing this challenge, won't he?
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty pleased with the draw. They've avoided Italy and Croatia. I think Denmark are a class side, though. I think they're a very good campaign. I think it's interesting, the dynamic between the two managers as well. Did you play against Agi Herrera?
I play against everybody.
He was at Nottingham Forest. I think he was at Nottingham Forest. So they would have been teammates, you know.
Martin, he did say he played with him.
And I came up against him in my Celtic days when he was coaching Malmo. So they've had a good campaign, Denmark, so it won't be easy. I think the important thing is to make sure they can take something back to the Aviva. I thought they handled the Euro playoffs brilliantly against Bosnia. So as Martin says, I think that experience will stand him in good stead for this one.
And from what you know about him, are these the type of situations that he comes into his own in, though?
Yeah, I think he likes he loves the pressure. Yeah, he's a big match manager. I think he proved that last week when I think most people have written Ireland's chances off and they got a great result against Wales and a very solid performance as well. So he'll be looking for more of the same. But the mentality of the team was good. And he'll have a few boys back, hopefully, from injury as well, the likes of Long and Walters maybe. So they'll even be stronger going into these games. But Denmark have had a cracking campaign, and if they get their tails up, they can really hurt you.
Brian, because it was the best case scenario in terms of rankings, there was a sense after the draw was made that we got a good draw here. Is there a danger of underestimating Denmark?
I wouldn't think so. I think there'll be respect on both sides. As Neil said, Denmark had a good campaign. They lost 2 matches early on in the group. They lost away to Poland and at home to Montenegro. And you would have been writing off their chances. But then they came back very, very strongly indeed. Christian Eriksen, obviously a key player for them. And because he's playing, if he's still fit by then, unlike Gareth Bale, there will be respect. He scored in 6 successive games. The last 6 games he scored, and he scored 8 goals. There are a few other decent players that we know of. Obviously the goalkeeper, Schmeichel, of Leicester, who's not having the best of seasons, it must be said. Simon Kerr, big centre-half that's now at Sevilla, quite a good player. Thomas Delaney, Werder Bremen in midfield. But I think there'll be a mutual respect. And also they play the game, Hereda's style, going back to when he was manager in Norway and through his club teams. He likes a big centre-forward and he likes to play an aggressive physical game. So there'll be
they might meet us head on in that sense.
Styles. They won't be put off by us playing with a battering ram style. They'll be ready for that. So we shouldn't take it that'll be a done deal by any means.
Well, Graeme, sadly Scotland did us a favour in the qualifying and stepped aside once again. So sorry about that. How do you think it's going to go from the neutrals perspective?
I don't have too much. I think I'll keep Eriksen quiet. I think in boxing terms, I have too much ringcraft. I think too much knowledge, the experience of the previous playoffs they played in. And I think the passionate Ireland players will show in both games will be too much for Denmark. Denmark will be a big, well organised, physically strong, with the one special player, Eriksen. But I think keep him quiet and I think he'll be fine.
Simple as that? Stop Eriksen, stop Denmark? Well,
certainly on recent form you would say that, but they do score goals. Once they get their tails up, they're quite ruthless and clinical. So it's important that they can keep the home play quiet the first leg, and then bring them back to the Aviva. But Martin, like I said, the 2 games against Bosnia, I thought they handled the occasion and the pressure brilliantly. So hopefully they can do the same there.
Yeah, a lot to look forward to there.